Hello everyone, it's Heather. So, I kind of had an idea about something, and I thought I would give it a go and maybe we could do it together. So, if I could get stuff up, that would be great. So, my daughter's 5 and she's been reading a lot. She likes to read and she's actually really efficient as a reader for just being 5. And she was complaining that she didn't have a real bookmark. So I thought I would make her a bookmark. And I've got a sheet of, well, you know, I use a book to glue, and then the extra little bits I put together, and then I sew around them to mix stuff and everything. So I figured I'd use this as the base. I've got some cut off scraps from different projects I've done, and I figured I would just use scraps, and that's how I would make her a bookmark. And I got a few extra ones to the side. Maybe we'd make, you know, a couple together. We'll see how it goes. Get my paper trimmer up. Get my dog hair off because he was all up in the area. He decided he needed some attention, so I obliged, you know. How can you resist, right? Alright. So I think we'll give it a trim all the way around because she doesn't need a really tall one. She's not like fully reading chapter books just yet. I mean, technically she could, but I think she gets a little overwhelmed by them. But she's starting the process. Like, she'll have one of her like little picture books, and she'll want to put her bookmark in and finish it later. So I figured we'd do that. These two little strips I definitely want to use because they were from the Shakespeare Cat book, and they got, you know, a couple little hints of kitties on there, so definitely want to put those on somewhere because I think she'd enjoy that. So let's do this sheet on. Alright, come on. And some of these pages that I'll be using, they are from the Country Time cat book, like these sheets here are. These sheets and these sheets are from Edith Holden books. They're basically they're Xerox copies, and you know, where you make a copy of a page of a book, how the part that's close to the fold part, the close to the spine, doesn't come out quite right. Well, these are the bits, and they actually make great little scraps and stuff. So figured I'd utilize those, because that's something you can do, like if you can't bring yourself to, you know, chop up a book, you can make Xerox copies, you know, or at least a few, especially if you're not trying to sell like the whole book as is, you know, make a copy of the book. You should be okay. Alright, let's get our glue book. I can't decide if I'm hot or cold today. Okay. And then we'll get this glued on. get some stuff there, but let's go ahead and take care of the other side. We could put a little bit of that on there. No. Think maybe we'll use this. It messed up. Of course it messed up. Alright, well that will go fine there. Let's just tear it off there. And I think that'll be okay like that. And we'll just trim around it. Probably sew around it as well. Let's see. I think oh, that's like the perfect length. Okay, we'll use that. All of that tube. I'll just switch to art glitter glue. A few of these I am gonna, distress just a little bit, though she doesn't really care for that. I mean, she's 5. But I thought, give a little detail, little dimension. Actually, I think I still need something there. Oh wait, let's see. I wonder if that would work. I think that'll look good, but let's get something else for down in this area. Let's see. Music paper on there, and I think this will work. Okay, so I'm gonna glue that on. And we'll trim that off. When everything's glued down. Let's see. Put that like that, right? Yep. So we need I think that'll work. Do a little bit of distressing down here and on the sides. Okay. That'll do. Perfect. All right. All right. There we go. You know what, since we're doing verticals, let's go ahead and glue that down like that. There we go. And we'll put that in the book paper drawer. And that can go in the scrap drawer. Alright, so let's do some made these little faux stamps. Ooh, that would look good. And I wanted to use, so I figured, you know, I think they would look pretty cute lined up on the side. Get a little bit of a variety going. I think we need something with like a pink background. There we go. Let's see, maybe we'll do, yeah, let's do this. We'll do that one there, and then we'll do a small one there. There we go. I like that. All right, get in there. All right. Okay. Just get a lid on that. Alright, and we'll go ahead and we'll trim off all this excess stuff. Alright. Alright, and then we'll probably go and sew this in just a minute, but I think I'm going to make another one real quick, and then we'll go sew both of them together and we'll show the finished product. So I got another sheet here, or book page here. So we're going to just put it through the trimmer, trim off some of the excess. Alright. Alright, so I want the main focus to be this. And I think I'll put it into there. Nope. I'll put it in here. We'll just get the paper trimmer and trim this little bit of white off. Actually, let's see where we're gonna. Alright, now we'll trim off the excess. I'll go there, and let's see. Oh goodness. Alright, well that would be the other side. So I need, I think, one of these, or so many to choose from, you know. It's such a beautiful book. I think I'll just go with one of these that I already have. Alright. It's the same thing. I'm gonna trim the excess, but let's figure out where we want the top to end first. There we go. Alright, let's trim this a little bit. And technically I don't need all of this, but I think what I'm going to do is rip it. I like that. Okay. And we'll save that bit for another one at some other points. And let's get these glued down. Ooh, looks like the sun's finally coming out. We wanted to stress these for sure. Actually, here's some of the birds. Yeah, it's been rainy off and on. It's supposed to rain all week, which I don't mind the rain. Actually, I like rainy days. I love sunny days too, but I really love rainy days. And I like storms. I like, you know, listening to the thunder and all that. I know not everybody's into that kind of stuff, and that's fine, but I enjoy it. I love sunny days, you know, a lot too. So I sleep really well when it rains. Well, unless I wake up, and then once I wake up, it's like I just want to sit and listen to the rain because I love listening to it. I think that comes from, excuse me, my dad. My dad likes storms too, and I remember being little, and you know, in the South we get storms, you know, a good bit, especially during April and very end of summer, very beginning of fall, you know, tornado season times. We get, you know, a lot of storms. And he used to love the storms. Well, he still does. He's still alive and everything. But some of my favorite memories is when he would, it'd be like summer or spring, and there'd be a really good storm going on, and he would open the front door, and you know, we have a screen door, and we'd lock the screen door, and you could just stand there and watch the rain and listen to it and feel the coolness of it. And it's one of the most magical things. I absolutely loved it growing up. And I try and do it as much as I can now as an adult, but you know, it doesn't always work out that way, right? Alright, so I definitely want the writing, and I think I'll cover it with this. So I don't need the top and the bottom as much, so we'll rip those off. Okay. I misjudged it just a smidge, but that's okay. It'll still work. Yeah. Here I do it like this because that other sheet's pretty brown. So I kind of wanted to give it more of a distressed look. But yeah, like really good stormy, rainy days make me think of my dad. It was storming pretty good the other day, and we have a screened-in back porch, so I went and I stood out on the back porch. It was while I was cooking dinner, and it was one of those moments when I didn't have to be standing right there. I could, you know, go off and, you know, step away for a moment. And oh, I like some of that, but you know what? We want the flower part the most. Let's cut this with a paper trimmer. Gather your thoughts, girl. Gather your thoughts. Anyway, so I stood out there, and it was kind of cool because, you know, it was storming, it was raining pretty heavily, and it was coming in sideways, so it was coming in onto the porch. And I just stood there, you know, just getting just the lightest sprinkle of rain on me. You know, it was blowing in, and you could feel just a little bit of it, and it felt pretty cool. It felt good, and you know. probably seems silly, but alright. And then we want to trim it off down there. Just a little bit. We'll keep that little piece for later. And then I think that'll work. Okay. These are still pretty good for other stuff, right? Yeah, and then I went back inside because I had to, you know, check on dinner. And I was going to send a message to my sister. And I walked outside, and exactly where I was standing, it wasn't even 3 minutes later, was a puddle of water. So I guess it was a good thing I went inside when I did, because the rain came in pretty heavy and pretty sideways. And it soaked my back porch. So, but luckily the flooring I laid down last spring has held up pretty good, considering the rain and everything. So, not bad for self-adhesive vinyl flooring. Okay. Alright. I think we could leave that a little bit longer. Alright. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause you guys. I'm going to go sew around both of these. And then when I come back, they'll be done. So, hold on. Okay. Here we go. So, here's the first one. And I did just a straight stitch all around. Here we go. And that's for my daughter, for the kiddo. And this one I did with a zigzag stitch. And this one's made out of just Edith Holden stuff. Okay. Well, that'll be all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.